Ladies and gentlemen, Payday 2. Now, they're making a sequel to Payday the Heist. Now, I'm excited about it. Now, the information I can get, this is pre-PAX stuff, and they said they were going to have it at PAX. It's going to be released this year during the summer, they've claimed. Hopefully that still remains true. Now, the biggest thing is graphical refinements, a focus on stealth, splitting the RPG element, and the upgrades for your weapon. They've split that. And more heists, more weapons, and still the multiplayer co-op feature. That is very good. This is what they've done. They've really done a lot of stuff to it. More often than not, it's optimization, cleaner visuals, better graphics. Better graphics doesn't make a better game, but this game, the original game, was still aesthetically pleasing, and I still stand by that even today. And even comparing it to Crysis, I still like this look, because it's a simple design. Now, this is one good thing because it shows that selling a game digitally for a lower price, and from what I think it is, I think it wasn't a huge budget, shows great for the gaming industry and one phase, that the notion of going digital may be the best thing to do for video games. And two, it sets out a very good precedent for putting games at reduced prices. And I hope Payday 2 really sets another template and sets the bar. It doesn't have to be high, but hopefully it sets the bar as a sign to bring this gaming out of the slump and the shit that it's been in. Even if a game's not great, you need to find the best and perfect price for the customers, not for the company, for the customers, because if you do it the right price for the customers and set up a proper budget, it's going to make a great game. Like, I feel Payday was a very good game, and I feel Payday 2 is going to be even better. And the fact that from what we see, just seeing what they've done, there's going to be more weapons, customizing your weapons with the money that you get from the heists, and having your RPG tree that they still claim, because you have different tech trees about being a thief, and some of the previous ones they claimed are still going to be in there. And that is something very good and very important, because it still retains the core elements of this co-op game. Now, if they take away the bots, I'm going to be seriously pissed. Yes, the bots are not the best feature, but if they can keep the bots in there, which they haven't said, at least I haven't found any information on that yet, if they keep the bots in there, I'm going to be super excited, because this is supposedly at PAX. I can get some of this information for you and whatnot, but if I can't, I'm very sorry. If you can find someone that does, please listen to someone who actually gets the information out and gives you raw information, not just their opinion. Now, the only change up was that even though this might just be simply early footage that they're showing, that they were showing off just different health bars and different, and you also get to, I believe, throw grenades and stuff like that in the stealth aspect that they have in there, and that's something that's very good, because they did have a stealth element in the previous game, in this game with one of the missions, and I felt it was one of the most tense feelings, because you were trying to sneak around and not get caught, and that's, if they do that element in this one right, and just have it more refined and better features, that's a really good thing. And the other thing is, when you start a heist in the new one, it's not just press a button and you start immediately. You gotta put on your mask, so you actually have to think when you start a heist, not just to start out in the middle of nowhere. You actually have to find a spot to hide before you start it. And that is something that's it's something that sets off their putting attention to details, which they know that their core pillar tenants are a co-op playing game with a bank heist theme and crazy weapons, all these different weapons, and upgrade tree. That's their main core tenant, and if they can focus more, and I mean more on it, and just refine it, and make sure this damn thing runs smoothly and beautifully, and is set up for selling it digitally everywhere, especially on the PC, and allowing Steamworks support on there, if they do stuff like this, this game is going to be exceptional. And I seriously hope that, because all the elements that they learned from the DLC that they made from this game is supposedly being put in there, and this does speak highly of the industry, that a sequel off of a digital sale, off a digital game, did well enough to garner a lot of sales, and enough for a sequel, and this allows them to spread their wings and hopefully set up another franchise. Now, of all they've said, it's been very little. But the tech trees, you got a stealth, and as I said before, a stealth option, and it's claimed the previous ones are also in there, and that's a good thing, that they learned that that this complexity of the game, that they're just adding more depth and complexity to make this game more long-lasting. Not just a simple Call of Duty shoot up everything that moves, even though it's a Left 4 Dead shoot everything that damn moves pretty much. But if the more they do, and the more refinement they add, I'm super excited. Please tell me what you think, and I'd like to say everyone thank you, and good night.